Taking responsibility for your education goes far beyond simply showing up to class or completing assignments because someone told you to. It is about understanding that your future, your opportunities, your skills, and your personal growth is shaped every single day by the choices you make. When Obama talks about responsibility, he means that you must treat your education as something that belongs to you, not to your parents, your teachers, or your school. It is your investment, your journey, and your foundation for everything that will come next in life. No one can force you to care about your own success. That decision has to come from within. When you decide to take your education seriously, you unlock a level of control and confidence that will guide you for years to come. Taking responsibility also means being aware of your habits, your discipline, and your mindset. Many students underestimate the power of small daily actions: reading a bit more, listening carefully, asking questions, finishing homework on time, or staying away from distractions. These may seem like ordinary tasks, but they build extraordinary results. Responsibility means holding yourself accountable even on days when you don't feel motivated. It means pushing yourself when no one is watching and learning to depend on your own effort, rather than waiting for someone else to rescue you or remind you of what needs to be done. When you take that level of responsibility, you shift from being a passive student to an active builder of your own future. Another part of taking responsibility is understanding that mistakes are not excuses to quit, but opportunities to grow. Every student will struggle at some point. There will be moments when subjects seem too hard, when personal problems make studying difficult, or when failure feels embarrassing. But responsibility means facing those moments honestly and deciding to improve rather than give up. It means admitting when you need help, seeking guidance, and being willing to put in extra effort. Instead of blaming teachers, friends, or circumstances, responsible students ask themselves, "What can I do better next time?" This mindset transforms challenges into stepping stones and turns learning into a powerful tool for self-development. Obama's message also points to the importance of ownership. When you take responsibility for your education, you begin to see learning as something that empowers you, not something forced on you. You start to understand that every skill you gain, whether reading, writing, solving problems, or communicating, makes you stronger and more prepared for real life. Ownership means recognizing the value of knowledge and being curious, exploring new ideas, and taking pride in the progress you make. When you see education as yours, you stop comparing yourself to others and focus instead on becoming better than you were yesterday. Furthermore, responsibility requires long-term thinking. Many students think only about the present, fun, comfort, or instant gratification. But the truth is that your future self depends on the decisions you make now. The job you want, the country you want to live in, the lifestyle you dream of, all of it is connected to the work you put in during your school years. Taking responsibility means realizing that the effort you invest today builds the opportunities you will have tomorrow. It means being mature enough to sacrifice short-term comfort for long-term success. Successful people aren't lucky. They made smart choices early on and stayed committed to their goals even when it was hard. Another essential part of responsibility is respecting the people who support your education. Teachers, parents, and mentors play a crucial role, but their help means nothing unless you choose to use it. When you take responsibility, you understand that these people are trying to lift you up, and you meet their efforts with your own. You show respect by listening, participating, staying disciplined, and making the most of the opportunities they provide. Responsibility is a two-way relationship. Others can guide you, but you must walk the path yourself. Obama's message is also about self-belief. Taking responsibility isn't just about working hard, it's about believing that your effort has value. Many students doubt themselves and think success is for others, not for them. But responsibility teaches you that your background, your struggles, or your mistakes do not define your potential. When you take charge of your education, you give yourself permission to dream big, to imagine a better future, and to pursue it with confidence. You begin to trust your abilities because you've seen the results of your own effort. Finally, taking responsibility creates discipline, confidence, and independence, qualities that shape not only your education but your entire life. Whether you become a doctor, a teacher, an engineer, an artist, or an entrepreneur, the habits you build now will guide you. Responsibility teaches you how to work, how to think, how to solve problems, and how to keep going even when things get tough. It builds character and prepares you to handle the real world with strength and wisdom. In the end, Obama's message is simple but powerful. Your education is in your hands. The world will offer you opportunities, support, and guidance, but the final decision, the commitment, the effort, the discipline, must come from you. When you take responsibility, you become the author of your own story, and hard work and perseverance form the foundation of every meaningful accomplishment in life. And this is the core idea Obama emphasizes when speaking to students. He wants young people to understand that success isn't something reserved for a special few who were simply born gifted or lucky. Instead, success is built slowly through countless hours of dedication, steady effort, and the willingness to keep going even when things become difficult. Many students grow up believing that talented people are naturally good at everything, but Obama explains that this belief is misleading. Behind every scientist, athlete, writer, or leader is a long story of practice, mistakes, failures, and determination. Hard work isn't just a path to success. It is the only reliable path. And perseverance is what gives that hard work its meaning, allowing students to push forward when the journey becomes challenging. This idea becomes especially important in a world where distractions are stronger than ever. Many students want quick results, immediate rewards, and instant success, but life rarely works like that. Hard work requires patience and consistency, even when progress feels slow. Obama reminds students that overnight success is a myth. The people they admire didn't rise to greatness in a single moment. Whether it's an inventor designing a breakthrough technology, a doctor saving lives, or an artist creating something extraordinary, every achievement is built on years of learning, refining, and pushing past obstacles. Students must understand that even if they don't see immediate progress, every small effort counts. Every page they read, every problem they solve, and every hour they spend improving their skills contributes to their future. Hard work is cumulative, and perseverance is what keeps that effort alive. Perseverance also means facing failure without fear. Obama stresses that failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of it. Every successful person has failed many times, and those failures taught them lessons that shaped their growth. When students avoid challenges because they fear doing poorly, they rob themselves of the chance to improve. Perseverance teaches them that mistakes are not signs of weakness but stepping stones toward mastery. A student who keeps trying, even after failing a test or struggling with a difficult subject, develops resilience and emotional strength. This resilience becomes one of the most valuable life skills they can ever acquire. People who persevere learn how to stay focused, adapt, and maintain confidence even in tough situations. These qualities matter far beyond the classroom. They influence careers, relationships, and personal development. Another important idea Obama conveys is that perseverance builds character. When students commit to hard work over time, they train their minds to stay disciplined and focused. They learn to manage their time, prioritize their responsibilities, and maintain a positive attitude even when things are stressful. These qualities become part of who they are. Perseverance shapes habits, habits of studying, practicing, reflecting, and improving. Once these habits take root, they guide students through adulthood. Hard work becomes natural to them, not something forced. they start to realize that effort is not an obstacle but a tool that empowers them. Instead of waiting for motivation to appear, they learn how to create their own motivation by understanding the purpose behind their work. Ubama also explains that perseverance helps students discover their strengths. Many young people think they know what they're good at or what they like, but true passion often emerges only after consistent effort. For example, a student may initially dislike math because it seems difficult, but after weeks of practice, they might suddenly understand it and develop a new interest. Another student might discover a love for writing, science, or sports only after dedicating time to improving their skills. Perseverance opens the door to hidden potential. Without it, students may never know how talented they truly are. Hard work helps them push past the surface level, revealing abilities that would otherwise remain unseen. Moreover, perseverance builds confidence. When students see the results of their hard work, whether it's a better grade, a completed project, or a new skill, they realize that they are capable of more than they imagined. This confidence becomes a powerful force. It teaches them that they don't need to rely on luck, talent, or the approval of others. They can trust in their own effort. Confidence built from perseverance is strong and unshakable because it comes from real experience, not from compliments or comparisons. Students learn to believe in themselves, not because someone told them they are great, but because they proved it through their own actions. Hard work and perseverance also prepare students for the real world. Life beyond school is full of challenges, complicated jobs, unexpected setbacks, responsibilities, and tough decisions. People who lack perseverance struggle when things become difficult, but those who have trained themselves to keep going develop the strength to overcome obstacles. Employers value people who work hard and don't give up. Communities rely on individuals who are dedicated and persistent. Families thrive when people persevere through challenges. Perseverance isn't just a skill for school, it's a skill for life. In the end, Ubama's message is clear. Talent may open the door, but hard work and perseverance allow you to walk through it. Students who embrace these values will find themselves prepared for opportunities, resilient in the face of challenges, and confident in their ability to shape their own future. Hard work transforms dreams into reality, and perseverance ensures that no obstacle can stop them from becoming the best version of themselves. That is the first step toward a future filled with possibility. Overcoming challenges is one of the most powerful themes Ubama shares with students, because he understands that every young person faces circumstances that can make school and life difficult. Some students struggle with financial problems, others come from unstable homes, and many battle personal doubts, anxiety, or even past failures that make them question their potential. Ubama reminds them that these challenges, as real and painful as they may be, do not determine their future. What truly matters is how they respond to those difficulties. He wants students to understand that obstacles are a universal part of life, not a sign that they are incapable or unworthy. Even the most successful people in history, leaders, athletes, writers, and scientists, have faced hardships. What made them stand out was not the absence of challenges, but the courage and determination with which they pushed through them. This message becomes important because many students feel alone in their struggles. When they see others succeeding or appearing confident, they assume that those people have it easier. But Ubama encourages students to look deeper. Behind every accomplished person is a story of perseverance through hardship. Some grew up in poverty, some endured family tragedies, some faced discrimination, and others battled self-doubt or learning difficulties. Challenges do not discriminate. They come to everyone, regardless of background. What separates those who rise from those who fall is the decision to keep going, to see obstacles as temporary and growth as permanent. Obama wants students to stop thinking of challenges as barriers and start seeing them as teachers. Every difficulty carries a lesson, and that lesson can make them stronger. Another critical idea Obama emphasizes is that overcoming challenges begins with belief. When a student believes they are capable of growing, learning, and improving, they respond to challenges with resilience. Without belief, challenges seem heavy and hopeless. Many students give up not because they lack ability, but because they convince themselves that success is out of reach. Obama urges students to shift their mindset from "I can't" to "I can learn," from "this is too hard" to "this is worth trying." Even small shifts in attitude can make a huge difference. When students face a difficult subject, a family issue, or a personal setback, believing in the possibility of improvement is the first step toward overcoming it. Obama also reminds students that challenges should never be used as excuses to quit. While it's true that some students face far tougher circumstances than others, he explains that their circumstances do not take away their potential. In fact, overcoming hardship often builds strength, determination, and perspective that become lifelong advantages. Many great leaders succeeded precisely because they had to struggle. The discipline and resilience they developed through hardship shaped their character. Students who push through obstacles often find they are more capable and more confident than their peers who never had to struggle. Hardship teaches survival, adaptability, and courage, all qualities that fuel success in adulthood. Students who overcome challenges early in life gain the emotional strength needed to face future obstacles with maturity and stability. Another important point Obama highlights is the role of support systems in overcoming challenges. Students do not have to face their struggles alone. Teachers, counselors, parents, mentors, and even friends can provide guidance, encouragement, and help. Asking for help is not a weakness, it is a sign of strength and maturity. Many students avoid seeking support because they feel embarrassed or think that others will judge them. But Obama wants them to know that reaching out is part of the process of overcoming difficulty. Whether it's asking for extra help in a subject, talking to someone about personal struggles, or seeking advice about the future, using available support can make obstacles easier to navigate. Challenges may feel overwhelming, but with help, they become manageable. Moreover, Obama encourages students to understand that challenges build empathy. When someone struggles, they develop a deeper understanding of what others go through. This makes them kinder, more thoughtful, and more capable of helping others. Overcoming hardship doesn't just improve academic or personal success, it shapes character and humanity. Students who learn to overcome difficulties become more patient, more understanding, and more compassionate. These qualities make them strong leaders, trustworthy friends, and valuable members of their communities. Another aspect of overcoming challenges is learning to turn pain into motivation. Some students face challenges that seem unfair or heartbreaking, and it is easy for them to feel discouraged or angry. Obama encourages them to transform that energy into purpose. Instead of allowing negativity to drag them down, they can use their experiences as fuel to work harder, dream bigger, and prove that their circumstances will not define them. Many successful people have used their struggles as inspiration to build a better life, not only for themselves but also for others. Students can channel their hardships into a desire to create change, help their families, uplift their communities, or become advocates for others facing similar challenges. Ultimately, Obama's message is that challenges are not signals to stop. They are invitations to grow. Every difficulty students face teaches them something important: resilience, responsibility, creativity, or independence. When students overcome hardship, they learn that they are stronger than they realized. They discover their inner potential, build confidence, and prepare themselves for the complexities of adult life. Challenges shape leaders, innovators, and thinkers. They push students to become better versions of themselves. In the end, overcoming challenges is not just about surviving difficult moments. It is about transforming those moments into stepping stones that lead to personal growth, success, and self-belief. Obama wants students to understand that if they face their challenges with courage, determination, and the willingness to learn, no obstacle will be strong enough to stop them from achieving greatness. Education shapes the future of the country, and this is a central theme in Obama's address to students. He emphasizes that learning is not only a personal journey, but also a civic responsibility. Every student's effort, creativity, and knowledge contribute to the broader society. When students invest in their education, they are not just preparing for personal success. They are preparing to make meaningful contributions to their communities, their nation, and even the world. Obama wants students to understand that their work in school today is directly connected to the progress and innovation of tomorrow. By developing their skills, critical thinking, and character, they become part of a generation capable of tackling the challenges that society will face in the future. One of the main points Obama highlights is that educated citizens are the backbone of a thriving democracy. The country relies on individuals who can think critically, solve problems, communicate effectively, and make informed decisions. Education equips students with these tools. When students learn to analyze information, ask questions, and reason logically, they prepare themselves to participate fully in society. They become capable of contributing to discussions about policies, ethics, and community development. Without an educated population, a country cannot innovate, adapt, or govern effectively. Obama's message underscores that students are not passive observers. They are active participants in shaping the nation's future. Another important aspect Obama emphasizes is innovation. The future of the country depends on people who can think creatively and come up with solutions to complex problems. Whether it's developing new technologies, creating businesses, improving health care, or addressing environmental issues, the nation's progress depends on the skills and knowledge that students develop in school. By dedicating themselves to learning today, students equip themselves to be inventors, entrepreneurs, scientists, and leaders tomorrow. Education is not just about memorizing facts. It is about learning how to think, how to adapt, and how to solve problems that have never been solved before. Students who take their education seriously are preparing to be the innovators who will advance the country and improve the lives of millions. Obama also stresses the importance of civic engagement. He explains that educated individuals are more likely to participate in their communities, volunteer, and help others. Students who understand their society and the world around them are more capable of addressing social challenges and advocating for positive change. Education provides the awareness, empathy, and skills necessary to identify problems and work towards solutions. When students see the connection between their studies and the world around them, they understand that learning is not just about personal gain, it is about making a difference. This mindset fosters responsible citizenship and a stronger, more cohesive society. In addition, Obama highlights the interconnectedness of the modern world. The challenges facing the United States, economic growth, climate change, technological advancement, and global competition cannot be solved by individuals acting in isolation. The country needs educated citizens who can collaborate across disciplines, work in teams, and communicate across cultures. Schools provide the foundation for these skills. By learning to collaborate, think critically, and innovate, students prepare themselves to participate in a global economy and a global society. Education equips them with the tools to contribute not only to their local communities, but also to the world at large. Obama also emphasizes the moral responsibility of education. When students gain knowledge and skills, they have the power to improve lives, not just their own, but also the lives of others. A well-educated citizen can identify social injustices, understand their causes, and work to correct them. Whether it's through science, politics, social work, or business, students have the ability to make decisions that positively impact society. Education empowers individuals to move beyond personal ambition and contribute to the common good. Obama wants students to see that their learning has a ripple effect. By becoming informed, skilled, and ethical adults, they help create a stronger, fairer, and more prosperous nation. Another key point Obama conveys is the idea that the nation's future depends on the next generation's ability to adapt to change. The world is evolving rapidly, with new technologies, new industries, and new social challenges emerging constantly. Students who embrace education equip themselves to navigate these changes successfully. By developing critical thinking, problem-solving skills, and a love of learning, they become flexible, adaptable, and prepared for whatever challenges lie ahead. The future will require citizens who can think on their feet, innovate, and respond to unforeseen problems. Education lays the groundwork for these abilities, and students who take it seriously position themselves as leaders of a dynamic and evolving society. Finally, Obama underscores the importance of ambition paired with responsibility. Students are encouraged to dream big, not just for themselves, but for the betterment of their communities and the country. They are urged to use their talents and knowledge to solve real-world problems, improve lives, and inspire others. Every student has the potential to make an impact, and the country's success depends on the collective efforts of its citizens. By embracing education, students gain the power to shape policies, lead communities, and contribute to advancements that will define the next generation. Education is a tool for empowerment, and with that empowerment comes a responsibility to the nation and the people within it. In conclusion, Obama's message is clear. Education is not an isolated pursuit. It is a force that shapes the future of the country. The skills, knowledge, creativity, and critical thinking that students develop today will determine the nation's capacity to innovate, govern, and thrive tomorrow. By dedicating themselves to learning, students are not only preparing for personal success, they are preparing to contribute to the greater good, to strengthen democracy, and to lead the country toward a brighter, more prosperous future. Every lesson learned, every problem solved, and every challenge overcome in the classroom is a step toward a stronger, smarter, and more capable nation. Students' education is inseparable from the nation's destiny, and their commitment today shapes the possibilities of tomorrow. Believing in yourself and building a purpose-driven future is perhaps the most personal and transformative message Obama shares with students. He emphasizes that talent, opportunity, and external circumstances matter far less than a student's confidence, vision, and determination. Students often underestimate their potential because they are comparing themselves to others or allowing fear to limit their ambitions. Obama's words are meant to inspire them to recognize that every individual has unique gifts, perspectives, and abilities that can contribute to the world in meaningful ways. Self-belief is not about arrogance or entitlement. It is about trusting that your effort, creativity, and perseverance can produce results, and that your contributions matter. Self-belief begins with knowing yourself and acknowledging your strengths and weaknesses. Obama encourages students to reflect on what excites them, what challenges energize them, and what values guide them. Understanding oneself allows students to make intentional choices about their education, career, and personal growth. When students believe in their potential, they are more likely to take risks, pursue opportunities, and push beyond their comfort zones. This belief acts as a shield against discouragement because challenges and setbacks no longer feel like insurmountable obstacles. Instead, they become opportunities to learn, grow, and prove to themselves what they are capable of achieving. Purpose-driven action is closely linked to self-belief. Obama stresses that life is more meaningful and fulfilling when students align their efforts with a sense of purpose. Purpose provides direction, motivation, and resilience. Students who focus on a goal that matters to them, whether it is helping their community, solving global problems, or pursuing excellence in a chosen field, are more likely to persevere through difficulties. Purpose transforms effort into meaningful progress. For example, a student who dreams of becoming a doctor is motivated not just by grades, but by the idea of saving lives and improving health. That vision gives every hour of study and every challenge encountered greater significance. Purpose gives education context and drives action beyond the superficial, allowing students to see the long-term impact of their work. Obama also emphasizes the importance of setting goals. Believing in yourself is not enough without clear objectives to guide your actions. Goals serve as benchmarks that allow students to measure progress and adjust their efforts when needed. By setting both short-term and long-term goals, students can break down daunting ambitions into manageable steps. This approach creates momentum, builds confidence, and reinforces self-belief. Every small achievement validates that their effort works, strengthening their motivation and reinforcing the idea that they are capable of more than they initially imagined. Another crucial point is resilience in the face of doubt. Even students who believe in themselves will inevitably face moments of uncertainty, criticism, or discouragement. Obama highlights that self-belief is not the absence of doubt. It is the decision to act despite doubt. The students he addresses are reminded that everyone experiences fear of failure or feelings of inadequacy. The key is to not let those feelings dictate choices. Confidence, he explains, grows from action. Each step taken, each problem solved, and each challenge overcome reinforces the idea that students are capable of achieving their goals. Over time, repeated effort and perseverance solidify self-belief into an enduring quality that guides decisions and fuels ambition. Obama also underscores the role of contribution and service in building a purpose-driven life. Believing in yourself does not mean focusing solely on personal gain. True self-belief recognizes that every individual has the potential to make a difference in the lives of others. Students are encouraged to think beyond themselves, considering how their talents and efforts can impact their communities, the country, or even the world. A sense of purpose grounded in service creates a life of meaning and fulfillment. When students align their ambitions with the greater good, they develop not only confidence in their abilities, but also empathy, leadership, and a sense of responsibility. They see themselves as active participants in shaping a better world. Another key aspect Obama highlights is persistence in pursuing dreams. Many students have ideas, goals, or passions, but are hesitant to pursue them fully because of fear of failure or the perception that success is unlikely. Obama encourages students to embrace persistence as a core part of believing in themselves. Success rarely comes without effort, setbacks, or challenges. By staying committed to their purpose and continuing to work toward their goals, students prove to themselves that their dreams are achievable. Persistence, coupled with a clear sense of purpose, allows students to navigate obstacles and continue progressing even when the path seems difficult or uncertain. Self-belief and purpose also enhance creativity and problem-solving. When students trust their abilities and focus on meaningful goals, they are more likely to take initiative, think independently, and innovate. They become proactive learners who seek solutions rather than waiting for instructions. This mindset not only improves academic performance, but also prepares students for the complexities of adult life. By combining self-confidence with a purpose-driven approach, students develop the resilience, adaptability, and leadership skills necessary to thrive in an ever-changing world. Ultimately, Obama's message is that students have the power to shape their own destiny. Believing in oneself is the foundation of that power, while a clear sense of purpose provides direction and motivation. Together, they transform potential into achievement. Students who cultivate confidence, define their purpose, and persistently pursue their goals are equipped to create meaningful lives, influence others positively, and contribute to society in profound ways. Self-belief paired with purpose empowers students not only to achieve their personal dreams, but also to leave a lasting impact on the world. By trusting in their abilities and aligning their efforts with their values, students become capable of shaping a future that is rich in possibility, accomplishment, and significance.